So let's drop off our ill-gotten gains, because we've actually got some. Oh, let's find that dock master. He's up over here somewhere. Because I want to figure out where that guild hall is. The Utensils Island. Oh, interesting. I can go to everybody's island if I wanted to. Oh, off of Fort Sterling. Well, that's a familiar place. Yeah, where's Fort Sterling again? I mean, honestly, it's a pretty easy run. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to take all my resources with me. I'm halfway tempted to just burn them. Burn all of them. Okay, let's take every bit of metal I've got in my inventory. For starters, that puts me at 40%. Oh, geez. That is an inordinate amount of skin. Let's not do that. Let's just start with the metal and go from there. Because, yeah, unfortunately I can't take the boat there even if I wanted to. I'm just going to smelt it down as much as possible. It might hurt my wallet a little bit, but I'm just going to use this to gain some crafting stuff that I'm just going to accept the loss. Oh. Copper bars don't cost anything. Actually, the steel bars, this is a pretty, cheap setup. Okay, so that requires iron ore, which I can't make right now. That's a little bit more reasonable. I appreciate. What? Oh. I don't know why it's piecemealing this. So, could I make steel if I wanted to? So if I wanted to make steel, we're actually pretty close. But I'll be going back to places that I like anyway. Okay, so we get a bunch of bronze bars. I wonder if I can actually... Here, let's see if there's a warning on this one. Because I'd love to actually just sell it or something. I don't think I can mail items. Player postage. Can I, like, drag an item in here? No, can't. That's a shame. So if I sell the bronze bars... Oh, I guess we could actually just offload it as a... Yeah, I could just flat sell it. Sure. Let's just sell all of my raw materials. I'll gather more when I arrive, or buy more when I get there. Because honestly, I can't. I'm not going to be able to carry all of this stuff with me. So instead, I'll just offload the resources and we'll work on crafting at a completely later date. This seems fair, if very heavy. Let's just grab all of my stuff. I'm up at 570. Okay. This might not have been worth it. Oh. I'm not on my donkey. Let's see if I can speed this up a little bit. Nope. Well, the journey of the slowest man returns to Fort Sterling. Holy shit. Yeah, I guess I'll go stick my island somewhere near Fort Sterling. What else do we have near Fort Sterling? Because Fort Sterling's up here. Don't mind it. I also don't like it that much. Nope, nothing. Okay, well, whatever. So let's sell all of my birch logs for a ton of money. Let's see, did I ever get rid of my crafting tools? I have no idea if I did. But yeah, it looks like the raw resources sell for a fair bit more than the raw resources sell for more than the processed stuff. Is it just me, or did rough stone have a fairly high sell price there? Somebody had actually mentioned that rough stone has a fairly decent price. How much money do I have? Tons. Oh, scraps of hide. Nobody's buying that. Makes sense. Nobody has a use for it. Sell the flax. Sell the other thing. Well, I'm gonna come away. From this a rather wealthy man. I'm just gonna sell the carrots. I don't even know what carrots are used for. Sell the journeyman's hood. I'm gonna keep the bow for obvious reasons. Let's see. I can sell the novice axe. That's probably not. Yeah, it's not worth dang diddly, but that's okay. Royal sigil. Okay, I think my inventory is pretty much cleared out. Did I have any? Yeah, we've got a novice's skinning knife that I can get rid of. I mean, one way or another, my inventory is clear, which means I might just be able to take a boat, considering I have money now. Might cost me a pretty penny, but it'll save me time, which I can recoup with a dungeon. Which I'm down with. Okay, I also have some T4 logs that I can deal with. Oh, hop back on the donkey. I don't know why we get off the donkey just to repair. Okay, so I had some kind of pine logs. There we go. They sell for 28 a piece. Okay, so I got 39,000. I got 39,000 gold. That's helpful. Now, what about, like, the Adept's Essence? Oh, it's barely worth anything. What about the Adept's Rune? Okay, the Adept's Rune is actually worth a little bit more. I got 3 of them. I'm going to hold on to those, but the Adept's Essence I'll just get rid of. And the rest of this stuff is probably useful. So where are you? Okay, so I can make it to, can I make it to Fort Sterling for about the same price? Let's just buy a journey. It's fairly cheap, and then we can go buy an island and see how islands go. Yes. Okay. Oh, and because Fort Sterling is overpopulated, it's actually nice and quiet here. Good stuff. Okay, well, I guess first order of business. Let's go buy ourselves that island. There you are. Purchase an island. Yes. Okay. Upgrade the island. Sure. The rest is going to be expensive, but I can do some things. Let's travel to my island. Oh, it takes about 2 minutes. Well, never mind. I mean, honestly, I can probably make use of the... chest here. So let's drop off our halberd, our battle axe, our pickaxe, rune, sigil. We want the hammer. Let's drop off the skinning knife. Wait, no. We can get cloth here. But do we want to just run a dungeon? Let's go run a dungeon. I haven't run a dungeon in a while, and honestly, it's good money. I mean, honestly, everything is good money. So let's do a group expedition T4. I'm an adept reaver. Okay, and now that we've queued up for that, actually, I'm gonna go grab my T3 pickaxe. Might as well carry it around with me. We're just gonna go gallivanting. We're here, Fort Sterling. Probably want to go back north. What is this thing? I have no idea. It says no access. Yeah, we'll just go back here and go mining for a while. I think I'm just gonna gather raw materials for the time being. eventually, once I'm a much stronger, once I'm a much stronger fighter, I think I will spend more of my time. That map is blinding. I will spend more of my time specifically going after, well, groups of enemies? No, going after rare resources when I can actually fight back, but right now I'm kind of a weak little pansy man. It's gonna get my ass kicked if I'm not careful. Man, I'm not careful. Let's be serious here. Yeah, so I want to get down into this like little area. It actually looks like Fort Sterling might be just kind of dead, which works really well for me. I'll have to see about that whole rough stone thing. I guess when we bring this load back, we can just dump it all off and check the auction house. Because somebody had mentioned rough stone was incredibly useful for building your house. Makes sense. Yeah, that's dead. Yeah, I'll see if I can go down into that gorge. Probably from like over here-ish. It's been a long time since I've been back through here. What, 3-4 episodes? That's actually not nearly as long as it probably could have been. It does look like the crowds have died off like considerably, which is nice. I don't like people. I don't mind people, but sometimes it's just nice to be able to play a game without having to compete. And of course, this is the absolutely wrong game for that, and I'm very, very aware of that fact. This looks like the right way down. The nice part is we can fight the ore elementals on top of all the mining to be done. I was kind of expecting I'd be able to get into an expedition. Oh, it's okay. So we're actually... No, we're not even getting close to getting Great Axe Specialists. I was like, we're getting there, and then it's like, no, we're not. We're getting there on Axe Specialist, which is something. Oh, expedition ready. Well, I'll finish with the tin. Oh, I've got the learning point for Journeyman Ore, so we can actually leave this zone and go up one if we wanted to. And I'm back here again. Well, I lived through this before. I'm just glad I'm not tanking this time around. So what's our tank? What's he wearing? Pretty much full T4 gear, and he's got a transport ox. I should see if I can buy one of those. What is up with that dude? There's just a dude there. Okay. I don't know why there's a T-pose dude just floating in the sky. But he exists, I guess. Carrot. Not that I have any idea what carrots are for. I can always just look into farming. Let's go for the one that everybody else is focused on. Should probably... Whoa, that was different. Yeah, it definitely looks like just going DPS is probably the wisest option here. If I go tank, I will probably have a much faster time. But if I just go DPS, well, if I go tank, I'll have a faster time getting into these dungeons. If I go DPS, I don't have to do shit. I just have to, load in and we're good. Okay, I assume he's just kind of freaking out because waiting for me. I don't like slowing people down. It's not my style. At some point I might try magic. Seeing as leveling has gotten a little bit faster, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just be able to be like somewhere. Well, no. Honestly, I think the midpoint of being kind of the ranger type character will be the most helpful. a second I thought one of these guys was actually a YouTuber I know. But no. I don't know, there's too many names that end up feeling rather similar. Now here's the question. Does cloth do more damage? Because I'm noticing the Hordeseer. Mage's Cowl. Yeah, I'm curious. It almost looks like a... It almost looks like the Mage's Cowl actually grants a fair bit of DPS capabilities. That's an interesting question. I'd have to look into that sort of thing. I don't know if it would be a good idea to switch over to pure cloth. I think going leather is probably going to be the best, and honestly, I think the DPS differences are going to be mild, if even. And if it turns out that I've totally gone astray, at the very least I'll be able to probably run around with some like T5 gear or something silly like that. You know, I'm gonna toss some learning points into this. The higher level we can get to Axe Master, I mean, we gotta do that a ton of times. Oh. Just to be able to, Oh, we're at a learning point with Leather Jacket Fighter. And we're in trouble. Okay. Might actually be able to go up to T4. Like T4 leather equipment after this. Well, that'll be nice, and I should have the funds for it. So it'll look slightly less like a complete pauper. Are we there? Yeah, we're there. And it's cheap too. Well, cheap-ish. I don't know, learning points are probably maybe a more valuable resource than I'm treating them as, but honestly, anything that can make me even like halfway competent, reasonable, respectable is worth using. But yeah, it looks like I'm probably just going to be doing dungeon runs for quite some time. They just go fast, and honestly, the rep gain is just kind of undeniably worthwhile. And honestly, just as a DPS, I can kind of just faff around and do whatever I want. The one thing is, I could always do well, no, I should probably run around with a bow. Get up to a T3 at bow at the very least. Because I'd like to look into a bow and a dagger and a couple other things. Because getting up to T3 is like comically easy. I like the idea of axe just because I can use it as a tank if I felt like tanking. Like if I ever feel like going back to that, whereas the bow is very situationally like a direct DPS piece of gear. God, this group runs fast. I wonder if they know each other. Probably not. No, none of them are in the same guild. I assume Durlizo is a oh no, Durlizo is a person. Well, I probably shouldn't be in front here. So the tank actually uses a hammer, I'm looking. Or I am seeing. That's kind of good to know. I don't know who I'm supposed to be focusing on. It's this archer. Okay. I'm gonna get out of your painful way. Oh, shoot. Tank's down. Alright. Guess it's sort of on me, but kind of not. Ow. Well, if he does it again, I'll just get out of, I'll get out of the way. Okay, he's done. tank is still doing fine. I almost wonder if you could actually have, like, a team. I assume I cannot resurrect. I do not seem to have the ability to, I do not seem to have the ability to do such things. Revive people. I mean, it looks like he's getting back up, so... That's good. I don't know. I've never been knocked down in a dungeon before. And I've only been killed once. But yeah, it does actually look like going tank, like a hammer tank, actually is like a viable option. I guess shields probably only afford like a small amount of extra durability. I apparently had threat there. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it was my damage or just my good looks or animal magnetism. Hopefully not that last part. That last part could be a bit compromising. Sort of? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't feel like it do that much damage. But then again, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. And with a bunch of casters, it looks like they do more damage to me. But maybe the trick is, since I'm in melee, it's more of kind of like an immediate thing. I don't care about the carrot. I'm just running around. Wow. I have gone from a extremely antisocial guild to the most social guild. Oh, it's okay. I mean, it's nice to be part of a community, even if I'm, like, honestly, an incredibly tangential one. I'll have to look up the streamer whose guild I'm specifically in. Because it's nice to know other YouTubers. Or, in this case, I guess he's a streamer. Things to look into. Okay. I'll just get a bit more power, seeing as it's going to be a bit of a fight. Yeah, it looks like I made an archer friend. This poor tank. He's having a bad day. Yeah, someday I will roll caster just to see if caster is fun. I wonder how, like, diverse the magic is. Because I see frost. I wonder if you can go, like, frost, fire, a couple other things. It is an interesting question. I don't know. Actually, dude, it'd actually be really nice if it was one of those that every time that you complete one of the other paths, you actually get a leveling bonus for the other ones. Probably wouldn't happen, but it'd be neat. Also, why is my leather shoes fighter... Oh, I see. There's the mercenary shoes, the leather shoes. It's like doing that weird specialization thing. I'll have to look at what's good and what's not. Because yeah, I might want to look into some of the more powerful branches, just so I can like kind of focus fire them. Even if they're maybe a little bit costly, if I'm focusing purely on this, maybe I can, well, resale value I guess is a thing. But, you know, maybe I can like up a more expensive tier. I don't know. Probably should not have. Oh wait, no, that. Huh. Nope, it doesn't. I was really hoping that move actually would do like proximity damage. Just in general, I like games where the melee attacks do proximity damage to every available enemy. Oh, he wasn't dead yet. The other thing is I could always just whip out my bow and just start plinking away at them from here. Let's not do that though. I think that would be a bad move. What are we waiting for? I guess maybe the tank's just kind of checked out. Well, I guess I can look at my paths until I can hear something. Yeah, let's take a look at leather. That's Reaver. This is leather. Down here. Oh. Yeah, I'm already getting the mercenary stuff. So I'll have to take a look at what's more useful. Oh, is there... Oh. Anything in party chat? No, nothing in party chat. Guess the tank just checked out. Oh, there he is. Might actually be a good idea for me to just carry my tank gear around. Like, whenever I run these dungeons, just having it on hand, just in case. Would not be a... Probably wouldn't be a silly idea, just as a means of, like, backup tanking if I absolutely have to. Probably not something that I should need to do, though. I'd kind of prefer to just... you know, not have to dual spec here or do anything of the sort. Just, you know, run my role, not have to think about the party composition or any kind of, like, civic duty. Just have a good time. We'll see. How long have we been here? 14 minutes? Not bad. Still... Yeah. I mean, I'd probably argue it's still worth it no matter what. Ow, I took a lot of damage from that. That was hurty. I'll kind of back away from that for a second. I'll hit the swordsman. And note to self, sometimes going in for spin to win might not be the sanest or the most survivable of options. I still do like the kind of weird headsman build that I'm rolling here. I just look menacing, even if it's probably not the most useful. But yeah, I'll have to take a look at what's better, the mercenary gear or whatnot. I'd also maybe like to look into spears, daggers. I don't know. I just wanna try every possible option and just see. Whoops, that's the wrong place to cast my healing move. I guess I can get some energy back while I'm here. Wish it was more of kind of an instant cast to get a bunch, but I guess that's the point. You're not supposed to specifically... You're not supposed to, like, just specifically be using it during combat. Or if you do, it's because you have no better choices. One thing I do miss is my single-handed axe. I do miss the combo that bleed effect comboed with the vampiric strike was neat, but very unnecessary with what I'm doing here. I'm a DPS, and it's nice to have an AoE. The other question is, did I have an alternative? I guess there's Adrenaline Rush, and there's, like, Fierce Strike. Battle Frenzy. What's this one do? Damage to a target, and a bleed. Nope. My alternatives are not that great. Ow. Ow. I'm losing my cursor in here. Some of the mess comboed with, you know, general fatigue. It'd be really nice. I wonder if I can turn off other players' damage numbers so I can get a better feel for how much damage I do in the grand scheme of things here. Oh, you know what I can do? Whenever I'm, like, out in the field, I can just run bow. Like, whenever I'm just running around fighting and mining and whatnot. That's probably the best time for me to be using the bow. At least until I get it up to T3, which probably isn't going to take too long. I do really like the armor designs in this game. I mean, they're simple. They're very, like, just kind of realistic, but sometimes simple and realistic is actually the easiest way to go. It doesn't feel... too excessive, and I guess I will admit, I'm actually rather drawn to, the low poly style. Which this game, excels at. can't switch weapons mid-combat. That's okay, he's almost dead. There he goes. Oh, we made friends. Oh, hi. We made bad friend. That hurts. Honestly, not even sure where I'm taking some of this damage. When I was a tank, it was a little bit more obvious. And I've also noticed a lot of things are kind of like weird and freaking out and flying off screen and whatnot. Not that it really makes that much of a difference, but still. Well, they probably don't care about the treasure chest. That makes me super sad. The treasure chest is great. Because, yeah, if we can get that treasure chest, I mean, free money is free money. Especially when it's like 300 silver. From what I remember. It does look like at least somebody is, I guess Hordrasir is with me on this one. Gotta get that treasure chest, man. Maybe they're all on board. Is it not there? Oh, it's not there. Maybe the other side? I guess it's too late now. Fighting the boss. I guess the other thing is I could just, not hit the portal and see if I can get to it anyway. Ow. That's some hurt. I'm seriously not sure how I take damage from some of these situations. I'm like, I don't think I'm actively getting hit here. I guess I must get shot randomly. Oh, yep, that would do it. Oh, he does a weird damage aura that is absolutely murder. And I'm dead. Well, good luck, dudes. Yeah, I'll need to... Oh, jeez. Yeah, he just had, like, a seriously hefty AoE, damage AoE aura. Okay, I'll automatically get up in 15 seconds. That's good. Does kind of sound like the tank's a bit of a jerk. Took a lot of damage from that, though. What's this? Carrot? Not for me, though. Nope, no chest there. Weird. Oh, alright. Got 6,000 gold, and I should be able to get that new set of armor if I feel like doing it. Oh, right. Except for I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Well, I guess I'll finish this off. I should probably switch to my bow after this guy, just to put some work into it. I will weep at the lack of DPS, but it'll be worth it. It does look like leveling up Axe Fighter, especially if I use those learning points, should be pretty quick. So we might be able to get up to T5 rather fast. What about Reaver? I have no idea. That will take longer. Oh, the Great Axe Combat Specialist, actually. We're pretty close to being able to max out. Not really sure if it's worth it. But I'm getting there. How are we doing on... Ugh. Journeyman Quarriers suck bad. Well, that's okay.